And it's also worth noting that Godzilla has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I didn't know that. That's funny. I
It's
did not
there.
know that.
It's there.
Wow, that's wild.
I wonder, though, and I think about this a lot. Why Godzilla? Why is Godzilla such a part of even American consciousness? Obviously part of Japanese, but the world consciousness. You can go anywhere in the world, and somebody's going to understand Godzilla.
Well, what's interesting about Godzilla to me is people around the world have a different perspective on it. I think in Japan, at least as evidenced by the movies to me, is they take it so much more seriously. To me, Godzilla was silly. Like that's just how I saw it, and it was fun. It was fun, and that's what allowed it to retain such a presence in my life. So I think for people have a different memory of Godzilla. I think they remember the silly costumes and the goofy special effects, and that creates a nostalgia. At least I think so.
Big time, but I think there's something more to it than that, and I can't quite put my finger on it because there's been a lot of kaiju and monster movies, but Godzilla just for some reason. Maybe it has to do with the ties to nuclear holocaust, but nuclear war and the ever-present threat of basically just imminent destruction. Because at the end of the day, Godzilla, especially in the newer iterations, like I can't stress enough how good of a movie Shin Godzilla is for what it is. It was like, no, we're bringing horror back to Godzilla and we're pulling out all the stops. And the best element of it is it keeps getting worse. It's always getting worse, and then it gets to the point where Godzilla can't even control what's coming out of him. It's a horrifying movie on its face, like the premise. There's some shots in that movie that are legitimately horrifying. Like the one that always got me was it's not a slug, but when Godzilla first comes out of the ocean, and it's like that, and they did such a good job because that creature is in constant agony, and it's horror in the true sense. Because obviously it's not like scary, but it's just like you think about if that was actually happening, how utterly terrifying that would be.
Yeah, I enjoyed the as an adult watching the Godzilla thing. I very much enjoy seeing bureaucratic government incompetence. And what's funny is it really harkens back to the first one, where that movie is really just people standing in a room talking about what to do about Godzilla. It's like you see the beginning of the movie, and it's like Godzilla's coming, and then they all talk about, well, when Godzilla gets here, it's going to be bad, and then he gets there, and it's bad. And it's like that's what Shin Godzilla really is. Like definitely watching that original definitely changed my perspective of that movie so much, because I was like, this is Godzilla in its purest form. It's people not knowing what to do about it. That's I really enjoyed that.
And yet they somehow, with the original, and there's others like Godzilla 1984, for example, where there's not a monster fight.
Yeah.
And yet the movie is still engaging. Now, Godzilla 1984, the American version, is not very interesting, but the original Japanese is. But Shin Godzilla is very much a return to form. And
I appreciate it more now. It's funny, when you initially approached me about talking about Godzilla, I was like, I had such a strong stance about how much I didn't like that movie, and I was so prepared to come on here and be like, I'm going to be the anti-Shin Godzilla guy. This is going to be my hill, but it's not. It's just not. Because
it's good. I remember being nervous, and I want to continue. Every time I think about it, I find out, I'm like, okay, this week I'm going to sit down and watch Shin Godzilla, because I have to. I can't passively watch it because I want to watch the Japanese, so I have to be able to read. And I find that my weekend is gone before I even get there, and I'm like, damn it. But such is life when you're doing all kinds of different stuff. But
fair enough.
I was going to say, go ahead.
I was going to say, what I find interesting about Shin Godzilla versus what's interesting about the first three Godzilla movies is how in Japanese they're very much connected to each other, right? A big thing at the beginning of the first one, watching the American version, Godzilla's frozen. And we watched it again. We made a video, me and my brother. When we watched it, we're like, why is he frozen? He's frozen because at the end of the last one, he got frozen. But in the American version, he's a different monster. He's like Gigantosaurus or something.
Yep.
But what's interesting in the Japanese version is how from the first to the third one, they have a Godzilla preparedness plan in the third one. They're very much, not the third one, the fourth one, Mothra. They're like, they have a preparedness plan. They know exactly what to do. They're totally prepared for it. And initially I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny. until you remember what Godzilla is a metaphor for, and you're like, oh yeah, of course they would be prepared for it.
They better be prepared for it. Yeah, he's come 3 times now. It's like, this is a problem that is not going away.